Hi friends, this video is from interview.com. Interview.com is a job portal. In this video, I'm going to talk about one of the basic Spring Framework interview question. What is AOP module, Aspect Oriented Programming module? AOP module is used for developing aspects for our Spring enabled application. Much of the support has been provided by the AOP Alliance in order to ensure the interoperability between Spring and the other AOP frameworks. This module, the AOP module, also introduces metadata programming to Spring. Using Spring's metadata support, we'll be able to add annotations to our source code that instruct Spring on where and how to apply aspects. Say in our Spring application, we can easily add annotations on top of a method. Okay, so for example, create customer is a method, and we are just mentioning it as a transactional. So how exactly internally it works? So AOP helps a lot in this because it creates the runtime generation code, which will be like a proxy object will be created. On top of this, a wrapper method will be created so that we can handle the transaction. Okay, so AOP module is used by Spring internally in order to achieve the transaction for this method. So I just want to repeat this module, the AOP module, introduces metadata programming to Spring. So using Spring's metadata support, we'll be able to add annotations to our source code that instructs Spring on where and how to apply aspects. Say you have a target method. So on top of the target method, if you want to do something, say before, after, around, so those annotations are handled by AOP module. So it will create the wrapper methods, and in the wrapper method you will be calling the target method. So for that, AOP aspect oriented programming module is used. What is JDBC abstraction and the DAO module? Using this module, we can keep up the database code clean and simple and prevent problems that result from a failure to close database resources. A new layer of meaningful exceptions on top of the error messages given by several database servers is brought in this module. In addition, this module uses AOP, Spring's AOP module, to provide transaction management services for objects in a Spring application. So if you don't have Spring, what will happen? My application has to write all the code to interact with the database. Okay, but the Spring provides a good wrapper class, which is going to remove all the boilerplate code, and it's going to provide you a cleaner solution. Okay, so it's going to interact with the database, and whatever you want it can give you. Using JPA, you can handle only with objects, not even executing query. You can only handle with the objects, and if you want to handle the exceptions, it will be in an abstract way. You can handle it. So Spring provides an abstract layer so that you can talk to the database. You don't have to worry about how to connect and managing the connection pools and the transaction. So Spring will take care of those things. You have to consider only your business logic and business code. Hope these two questions are useful. Thank you and all the best.